Hello again. So I wanted to show you what I've accomplished so far. I had off this past week, and as in my area was pretty rainy, but I did get a lot accomplished. So I did mulch everything, as you can see here. I have all my little garden tchotchkes out. Hopefully you can hear me. It's pretty breezy again today. And I'm actually things are growing pretty well. I'm going to see what comes back as time goes on. I may fill in a few spots with some other things. I have my fountain, which is a battery operated fountain. I actually got it on QVC and I really do like it. It does go through quite a few batteries, so I do stock up on the D batteries for the summertime, but I do like it. Back here, I did put a clematis with a obelisk, and that should grow fairly tall. It's going to get about 4 feet, so it's not a huge, woo, feel the breeze again. So it is not, look at that thing go, oh my gosh. Sorry, I digress. It is not going to get as tall as a normal clematis. What I'm also going to make sure of is, see right here, I'll go ahead and maybe clip back some leaves if I notice that my hosta is encroaching on it. But all in all, I like it. I can't wait. The catmint right here will be blooming soon. There's lots of buds, and it looks like my coneflowers, my echinacea, kind of spread everywhere, which I am absolutely fine with. The my iris is about to bloom, has a bunch of buds. So yeah, all in all, the salvia here is between the salvia here, has buds on it. Also this is a hardy geranium down here. This actually is starting to bud out. There's one bloom, but there's a bunch of buds on it. So all in all, everything looks very good. I'm very pleased with how this is looking. Over here, before the wind whips again and the wind chimes sound off, over here I have planted up my raised bed garden. So I did put garden tone in it, two small bags of garden tone. Here I have yellow squash and zucchini. And over here I have my tomatoes, a beefsteak. Those are cherry tomatoes. And I did get this tomato here, which is an heirloom tomato. It's a red Brandywine. I'm probably not looking at the camera and going all over the place, but that's okay. That's a red Brandywine. And over here, that is a bush cucumber. This is my experiment in growing from seed. So that's why I opted to go out and buy tomatoes, because by the time these tomatoes got to be that size, it's probably going to be midsummer and I'd get no tomatoes. So I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to let them grow. Some of them look pretty healthy. Others I had to pull because they got, I think it's some kind of a fungus where it kind of pinches off the stalk. So I just threw them away. But we're going to see what happens. I did water them. I think I missed a couple cells because a couple cells look pretty dry. So I'm going to have to go in and grab some water and make sure they're all watered in. What I'm going to planning to do here is some herbs. So I'll be mixing all the garden tone in. So some herbs here. Here's what I wanted to kind of show everybody what I have to do, because as I've said, I have that horrible Bermuda grass, and it is thick, and its roots just go everywhere. So I don't know if you could see. I'm gonna go in a little bit. Probably should have done this when it was a little shadier, but as you can see here, I have I do a trench, and it is so thick I cannot use just a normal edger. I actually have to get a root slayer, and dig, as you can see, a trench. And I did a trench here, right here. I did a trench here. So what I'm going to do is come back with some paper bags, brown garden bags, leaf bags, cover all the grass here, right? And then mulch it, and then water it in. That seems to be the only way I can get a garden going, unless I want to come in and dig the whole thing out, which in all honesty, I really don't want to do, because that is a lot of work. And I am in my middle 50s, I don't mind saying it, so I try to do what I can do with how I can do it. And for me right now, I'm going to let nature do its thing. Brown paper bags, mulch, and smother as much as I can. It's not perfect, because if I come over here, you can see, maybe you can't, the sun is horrible, but you can see that some of the grass is poking up. So I might have to come back, push the mulch back, just put a small piece of brown paper bag and remulch it, just to get that area. Same thing here, right, kind of right there. So not perfect, but it actually works out great for me. This right here, this plant is a El Nino Catalpa. I watch Garden Answer, Laura from Garden Answer. It's my morning coffee routine, and she is in the same zone as me. And what happens with her for the last, I think she's had them for about 2 or 3 years. They get huge, maybe 6 feet tall, but then they die all the way back, because I am at the lowest end of their grow zone, which is a 6. I'm at a zone 6A to be exact. So I think it's going to be great here. I may have to bring this out a bit more as it gets bigger. And I'm watching the sun. It's, as you can see with the shadows, it's kind of hard to see, but the shadow is going that way. So this should not interfere at all with my garden bed. So I'm very excited by this. I can't wait to see what it does this year. I also can't wait to see what it does in the spring if it dies back, which I really want it to do, because the tag said this thing could get up to 10 feet tall and 8 feet wide. I just don't think it's going to do it here in my zone. It's too cold for it, which that's what I'm hoping, that it's kind of going to be like a hardy hibiscus that just dies, good Lord, language, gotta learn English, dies back and then flushes back from the bottom every year. So I'm excited about that. And then over here, I planted a coralberry. You can see this is my hydrangea standard. It's a baby, but it gets a little bit of shade, but this really is in direct sun. There is no other shade. And again, same thing. I made the trench. Going to do the same thing. Brown paper bags, mulch it, water it all in. So I'm looking forward to this, and I think this is going to be a good position, because I'm gauging it with my swing. I have a swing. Hopefully no one gets sick. That is my favorite spot right here where I sit. I love that spot. It's shaded, it's in the back, it's in the garden, it's beautiful. That's one of my favorite spots. So my theory is that this is a coralberry. The tag said it could get up to 4 feet tall and wide. So I figure it'll kind of grow in here very well. And in the fall, you get those beautiful like pink berries. And so I think it's just going to look so pretty here, especially in the fall. What I'm going to do today, and it is Mother's Day, so I'm not going to be doing any gardening per se today. It is Mom's Day, so I'm going to go pick up my mother and bring her out. But I do have a fire pit. So I'm going to try it in different areas, because what I want to do is this area, my vision is to have a fire pit with some Adirondack chairs. I do have my chair here that I sit on to relax, or if I just want to come out in my pajamas and sit and watch the garden, that type of thing. But I believe I want to do some kind of a fire pit, maybe in here. I'm not sure. I'm going to place it, see what happens. And eventually the grand plan, and this could all change, I would love under my beautiful maple, let me back up, under this gorgeous maple that is still leafing out, is maybe put a gazebo right under it here with potentially a walkway, a stone walkway. I don't know, you know, it's all also cost, see how much it's going to cost, because money is no object. So those are some of my visions. That's what I've accomplished so far, so I think it looks pretty good. I will be probably getting in more, doing more planters, more pots, more planters, however you want to say it. I got a few out. So yeah, all in all, everything I think is looking pretty darn good. I'm incredibly pleased with everything. Leave some opinions in the comments, some suggestions, some thoughts. Be nice. Everybody should be nice in this world. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I thank you for watching this, and everybody have a great day and have a wonderful Mother's Day. Talk to you soon. Bye.